probable back surgery. 1st and 10 for Keenum. And almost picked off, and that is incomplete. And coming through that time was Carlos Dansby. He just about had the ball. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for the Texans.
Oh, this defense, it starts with pressure, but look at the coverage on the back end. There's Peterson. Ball intended to Johnson and nearly intercepted there, as you said, by Dansby. So they're just really going to try to key in on Andre Johnson, understanding he's the weapon of choice for Case Keenum. They're going to have to find some other players to go to in the offense. Can't go forcing it in to Andre Johnson.
And 350 yards last week against Indianapolis. 8th play of the drive. Good block by Brown here on the edge. To the end zone and hauled in by Johnson. And that is a touchdown. They'll review, obviously, the coverage by Patrick Peterson. 7-yard touchdown pass by Keenum, and he threw it perfectly for 6.
Yeah, perfectly. It describes it perfectly. Exactly. This is just an incredible throw. Because, look, Johnson's coming from here at the bottom of the screen. And look at this throw, even in a crowded pocket, putting it where Patrick Peterson cannot defend it, and just a great catch to haul it in by Andre Johnson. This is good coverage by Patrick Peterson.
It is.
This ball's thrown way to the outside where it needs to be. Does he get that 2nd foot down? I think he does.
You can see the divot.
Wow.
Well, it was obviously not the north, although it said that it was the west. Our compass is off. 3rd and 6. Keenum. Incomplete. Looking for Johnson. The coverage on the play by Patrick Peterson. And that drive goes north. 3 and out. They got a punt.
Well covered by Patrick Peterson. Here you see him in the jam, in the bump position against Andre Johnson. Now watch him come out of the break in the hip pocket. Watch he undercuts the route. See, he's going to intercept that. If it's thrown perfectly, he's got himself a pick 6. And that's where Case Keenum, I think, has great instincts. He felt the coverage and threw it right out of bounds. Lived to fight another day. I talked about it, but his future is uncertain in Houston.
Good time. Tate was in the backfield. 1st and 10. Andre Johnson pushed out of bounds by Patrick Peterson. And the gain of 14 on the play. Up to the 34. That's the 1st down. And in the backfield, Dennis Johnson. Keenum 1st and 10. Doesn't blink. Looks deep. Andre Johnson. And incomplete with coverage by Patrick Peterson. And Tyrann Mathieu, 2nd and 10.
Oh, this is a great matchup in and of itself. Patrick Peterson against the great one, Andre Johnson. Turns open the hip. Watch the hand fighting as the ball arrives. The ability to just hold that backhand. And look, that one nearly completed. Just a really good ball thrown by Case Keenum, allowing Andre Johnson just an opportunity to make a play against a great cover corner in Patrick Peterson.
Look at Johnson. What about Peterson? Says he talks a lot with Larry Fitzgerald about what other receivers might do.
They work against one another during the week to prepare for his coverage assignment to cover Johnson.
2nd down and 10. Not a lot of room right there for Dennis Johnson. It's a gain of 3 on the play. And
Andre Johnson against Patrick Peterson. 2 catches on the day for Andre Johnson. He does have a touchdown. That one nearly intercepted. This one you can see. Look, Peterson right there in his hip pocket. But on this one where he clears over to the other side of the field, look at that great throw by Keenum. That one's uncoverable. I don't care what you do if you're Patrick Peterson, but he's giving Andre Johnson all he can handle. This is an excellent battle in this game today. Trust your defenders to match up one-on-one in man-to-man coverage.
2-possession game, so you need a field goal somewhere in there. Johnson, who's had only 1 catch in this half. They go to him there. He got it on the ricochet. Peterson defending. That is a touchdown!
Are you kidding
What a
me?
play by Andre Johnson on just his 2nd reception of the 2nd half, but it comes at the biggest of times for the Texans.
Well played by Patrick Peterson, but not good enough. This is just Case Keenum understanding who he's throwing it to. Look at the leap, the one hand on the ball by Peterson. He doesn't pull it in, and off the bobble, Johnson's able to grab it. It's just an improbable and incredible play by Johnson, even though it's so well defended by Patrick Peterson. Look at that. He gets one hand on it and off the bobble. 2 feet down.
And he'll catch it through the play. He grabs it.
And he controls it, Kevin. That's going to be the key. Catch and control with 2 feet in. And see, he controls it even through the fall. He never even pulls it into the body. That's incredible. Can you ask any more of Patrick Peterson other than you got to come down with it?
Well, on a day where he passes Hines Ward for the number 19 all-time receiving yardage leader in the history of the game, he comes up with an absolutely wonderful reception that keeps the Texans alive and kicking.
It's one of the best defended touchdowns I think I've ever seen. Well defended by Peterson.
Steratore watching it, and they've just shown it here inside on the big board, and there seems to be in some people's minds that maybe he didn't get it as Jeff Scanina talks with Watt, who is the one who forced the fumble at the 5 of Mendenhall.
Now let's go back and look at it again. We already know he has control, but take a look at the feet, Kevin. There's the right foot down. He's got it there. Now the left foot down.
And he drags the right.
So he drags the right. That's really 2.5 feet, right?
That's it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to be touchdown. Clear visual evidence.
He'll put that on his highlight reel, won't he? Huh?
He's got a lot of highlights.
He does. Nickel secondary, second down and 10. Good block by Newton, the right tackle. Andre Johnson has caught 2 touchdowns today. Brought down by Patrick Peterson. The slant good for 7 up to the 35.
What do they tell us about Case Keenum? He's cool, but he's very instinctive, and he can make plays off schedule when things break down.
On 3rd and 3, Keenum deep, out of bounds for Johnson. Coverage by Peterson. 4th and 3.
Anything more of J.J. Watt than the game he turned in here today out in Arizona.
Arizona's defense holds the Texans to 41 yards in the second half. And as you pointed out to begin the telecast, the second half has been a problem for Houston.
It's been a problem of keeping teams out of the end zone and then producing points as well. Still outscored here in the second half of today's ball game.
The team trying to win one on the road for the coach. Carson Palmer and the Cardinals had other designs.